smells so good in here. Alright, I am gonna be honest, I kind of cooked it a little too long. And now let's fill these up. Hopefully this bag doesn't break. Hey chicas, welcome to Creative Chick Corner. So my name is Madi and thank you for clicking on this video. So today, as you guys can see, I'm at a different angle. I'm in a different room. This is my kitchen. So I decided to make a baking video with you guys because that's another one of my crafts or my hobbies. So I decided to turn on my camera, and even though I've never made this dessert that I'm going to make with you guys, I just want to record, have some fun, and just see if it comes out. So today I will be making a gluten-free lemon raspberry curd cookie. So sounds so good. I did see a video on Instagram and that's what caught my eye like immediately. I was like, oh my god, that looks delicious. So I know that my husband loves like lemon type desserts, like the loaves, like the pound cakes, cupcakes, maybe some cookies. So he also is like gluten-free because of his health reasons. So he can't have anything with wheat. So this literally was perfect. Lemon and gluten-free. So I decided to make it. So I do have most of the things right over here that I need, but I don't have lemon. And I don't have raspberry, like the two main important things. I don't really buy lemons, and when I do buy raspberries, they go quick. So we do have to go to the grocery store, so we're gonna do that first. And then we come back and then we will start getting our hands dirty with dough. So if you guys like this kind of content, like me just baking, doing crafts, doing hobbies, all that good stuff, please comment down below. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on your bell for notifications of future uploads. So let's get to baking. Alright chicas, so I am home from the supermarket and I did get some lemons and some raspberries. I put some white vinegar and water so they can get cleaned up. So we'll put these aside. And I did also get some red maraschino cherries because Jason's like, why don't you get some cherries? So you can also put some cherries instead of the raspberry on all of them because he does love cherries. We're going to see if we can also make them like the raspberry curd but with cherries. I am going to show you guys what I have here and then we'll get going with making the actual cookies. So I have 1 stick of butter, baking powder, 2 large eggs, salt, vanilla extract, 2 lemons, a gluten-free flour blend, powdered sugar, granulated sugar, raspberries, and maraschino cherries for optional. Okay, so I am following the instructions here on my phone. This recipe, I found it on Instagram. I will put down below the link of the webpage that it took me to. So anyways, we will be doing this in grams. And it will also be the perfect amount of ingredients that she states. So it says 150 grams of granulated sugar. I need a spoon. This will be more accurate just using the, oops, wait, I need to do this in grams. I didn't change it. So it is more accurate if you do use a scale because when you just like measure it out into like cups, sometimes it's not the same amount. So we have 150 grams of granulated sugar. So let's pour this into this bowl. Alright, so for the next step we will be zesting these lemons. It says to do 2. So pretty much what we do is just do the outer layer, and that'll give it a like better, more essential oil fragrance. It'll be way better. It smells so good in here. We're gonna go ahead and mix it together with our fingers. It says that it's better to do it this way with our fingers because it does incorporate better into the sugar, and then it gets that lemon flavor going into the sugar. Alright, now that the fragrance or the essential oils from the lemon are all combined with the sugar, we will go ahead and get the weight of lemon juice. So let's wash my hands real quick. So it says we need 30 grams of freshly squeezed lemon juice. So we are going to cut this up into halves and squeeze it. So let's cut it in half and get our scale. I was looking for my fruit squeezer, but I couldn't find it. Alright, so I did end up squeezing 2 halves, so a full lemon, and I got 33 grams. But that's okay, it's just a more lemon flavor to our cookies. So now we will just go ahead and pour it in. We will be straining it just so all that little like pulp things don't get into our cookie. And now we will add 2 large eggs, 1 full stick of butter. It is room temperature. I left it out when I went to go to the store. And now we go with the vanilla extract. We'll just fill it up to the top of the cap. There we go. And now we can go ahead and start whisking. So I already made my first mistake. I did not read that it said to melt your butter. I was thinking maybe I could use like, put it in the microwave just a couple seconds and see if that will help. If not, I don't know. Let me go try that and then we'll do the other steps. Alright, so that did help a lot. There's just a few little like clumps of butter, but once I mix it all together, it should melt completely. So yes, read the instructions because if not, it's not gonna come out the way it should. So hopefully no more mistakes. Let's cross our fingers. So now for the dry ingredients. We hopefully it all fits in here. I know it won't, but let's just say it will. But first we will take our scale and we will clean it off first because there's still some lemon on there. Alright, let's go with the gluten-free flour. It says we need 240 grams of gluten-free flour. Hey, I was pretty close, so that's 241. Let's take out just a tad. Alright, so we have 240 grams of gluten-free flour. It does say to add xanthan. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but this flour already has it, so we are good. We're going to skip that step. So now we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. There we are. Then we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Not baking soda, baking powder. Then we are going to give it a good mix. And now we are going to incorporate the dry ingredients with the liquid, or the wet ingredients. Sifting it will make it much better and more like creamier. So always sift it. Now we're just going to mix it all together. You can use a mixer, but I didn't want to take it out and have it be more work. So I'll just do it by hand. Alright chicas, so now that we have mixed these ingredients together, I am going to cool it in the fridge for about an hour and a half or so. Just until it's a little more firm. It's not too runny, so that's good. So I will be putting it in the fridge to just cool, and then when I come back to this, I will then roll it up into little balls, drop it into the sugar, and then we will bake them. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit here, and then I'll get back with you guys to make the raspberry curd. So let's do that then. Alright, so we are going to be making the raspberry curd. So I have here 150 grams of raspberries. They are clean and ready to go. So it says to cook them over medium heat until they've completely softened and released their juices. And now that the raspberry are softened, we are going to place it over this bowl. It says to do this, but I'm not sure if I'll have enough. So let's see what I get. If not, we'll just have to have chunks of raspberries, which I do not mind at all. Yeah, I should have bought more raspberries because this is not enough. I did eat like 5 because it said 150 grams of raspberries, so I was like, oh, I'm over, so I have to do something with that. I gotta get rid of these, and yeah, now I need them. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I don't have enough, unfortunately, but it's okay. Hopefully I can do this the same thing but with the cherries for Jason. So we're gonna add the lemon juice now and mix it up. All done. We are gonna add sugar, an egg yolk, and we'll go ahead and add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we will go ahead and mix this all together. And now we'll go ahead and add back the raspberry with the lemon. Literally when it starts boiling, we take it off the heat. Now it says to add the hot raspberry juices to the egg sugar mixture in a slow drizzle, whisking constantly until you've added all the juices. So let's do that. Doing this tempers the egg and egg yolk and prevents your raspberry curd from splitting or curdling when you cook it. So now we are going to do the next step. It says return the mixture to the saucepan and cook it over low heat with constant stirring until thickened so that it thickly coats the back of a spoon or spatula. Should take about 4 to 6 minutes. Don't allow the raspberry curd to come to a boil. You shouldn't see any bubbles forming. So 4 to 6 minutes and we will be back. Alright, I am going to be honest. I kind of cooked it a little too long. I just started washing the dishes and everything, and I kind of didn't forget about it, but I was like, no, maybe a little more, maybe a little more. So sorry about that, but let's go ahead and strain this because there's a few little like bits of, I think it's from the egg or something. Let's see if it'll even go through there. We'll have to do the same thing we did earlier, which took me like 10 minutes. Alright, so it is finally strained, so let's add in the butter. And this part is going to be kind of a mess up because since there were little bits of clumps in the mixture, I did strain it and it was supposed to be warm, but now it's not. So the butter is supposed to melt, so let's put it back in the cooker for a bit, just until at least the butter gets melted at least, or we could put it in the microwave too, so let's probably just do that instead. And now that it's ready, we'll go ahead and pour in some vanilla extract. So now we will go ahead and put some cling wrap and see if I have any, first of all. And then we'll put it in the fridge until it thickens up, maybe like an hour or so, and then hopefully by that time the cookies should be set and we can start assembling them and baking them. But this looks really yummy. Yummy, yummy! Okay, so it's been about 2 hours for the cookie dough to rest. It is a little bit like the cookie, like normal cookie dough texture, so that's what we are looking for. So now we have washed our hands because we are going to be dealing with our hands now, and we're gonna go in a separate bowl and add powdered sugar because we'll be rolling these cookies in there. Alright, so we have a ice cream scoop. We'll be using that to grab the cookie dough. Oh yeah, that's a great texture. So let's grab a little ball of cookie dough. We do have our oven preheating to 350 degrees. So now we will roll up this ball. Now we will literally just drop in the cookie. Doot. Mix it up. And then we will just put them on our liner paper. It does say to use parchment paper. I don't have any, so I will just be using aluminum paper. But that's what we want. So that's what we'll do for all of the dough. Alright, so here are my cookies all rolled up in the powdered sugar. The recipe does call for 16 cookies, and that's exactly what I have. So I know I have done the recipe just right. So now we'll go to the next step. Alright, so the next step is to make an indent into each cookie halfway through so we can place this raspberry curd in the middle. So I will be placing this into like a Ziploc bag because it'll be so much easier to just pour it in there using just like a piping method. So let me fill up this Ziploc bag and then I'll do that. So I literally just treat it like the wax that I make for candles. So let's take our curd. Jason's on his way, so pretty much perfect timing. They will be fresh when he gets here. Hopefully these turn out good because I am excited. I've been making these since like 4 and it's already 8. So it's, yep, it's been taking a bit of time. The next step that it says is to make an indent with a half tablespoon measure thing. So let's do that. And we'll just go halfway. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I hope these turn out so good. I'm so excited. If you guys like this kind of content, me just trying out recipes from like Instagram and stuff like that, just comment below and I can do this more often because who doesn't like food? Who doesn't like baking and just trying out new recipes and just eating? And now let's fill her up. Oh my gosh, they look beautiful. Should have made maybe a deeper indent. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just pouring way too much, but it said to be generous. So I don't know. Alright, so this is what they look like so far. Let's bake them for 9 to 12 minutes at 350 degrees. And I'll come back with you guys to show you what they look like. And I will also show Jason's reaction to trying these out. They don't look exactly like the picture. Mine look a little more pastelish colored. But it's okay. Hopefully they taste good. Alright, so they are out the oven. I put them in for 12 minutes. So this is what they look like. I did put way too much raspberry, but it's okay. I don't mind it. So I'm going to let them cool and then I will try them with Jason. Alright, chicas, so I have Jason here present. Say hi.
Hi.
So we are ready to try these out. So you go ahead first.
Tiene una textura crunchy por fuera y blandito por dentro.
¿En inglés?
Mira,
¿En inglés?
no sé cómo decirlo, voy a ver si se ve aquí.
Jason said it has a crunchy texture on the outside, but then in the inside it's like smooth, soft.
Está bueno.
He's looking. Said que no hiciste.
Pues eso no es nada.
He's always a messy eater. It's okay.
¿Sabe limón?
It's not bad. It is very lemony, so next time I will add less lemon, but it's really good. What do you think?
Ah, bueno. I like it.
Alright, chicas, so this was it for this video. Hope you guys like this kind of content, just me here baking and trying new recipes that I find online. So if you do try this recipe, comment down below what you think of it, if you like it or if it's a pass. And if you want me to make or try a certain recipe, comment as well down below and let me know. So hope you guys like this video. Comment down below, share with a friend, and subscribe. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!